All right, so now that we set up the parameters, it's Freedomville, like and subscribe. Let's get into it. And always remember one peculiar thing: turn up the video speed. As well as, hey, if you're some kid and you're watching my channel, it's for adults only. Why? Because I talk about real things, real issues, you know? By the way, like, sub horn. I've had to think about this thought because a relative of mine says this to me every once in a while. You're living your best life. And some might take that as an insult, but I think it really is true because I've seen what she's gone through to become the greatness that she's become, and I could have chosen that path, but frankly, I never felt the need for it because I looked at the world and said, most of what we do is peacocking to impress other people so they'll keep us around. Inevitably, they will leave us behind. By the way, there's a cat-sized fox running around right over here. There he is. Look at that. That's the hungry bitch. There's two of them. One's, I don't know if it's the mother or the mate or whatever. One of them's a little fatter than the other. One's a great hunter, and one knows how to be like, hey, buddy, feed me. That one knows how to play the system. The other one knows how to fucking survive for its own. Either way, I love them both. But I think about life, and is this perfection that I have out here in the wasteland, and I know a lot of you wouldn't understand this, is this perfection I have in the wasteland my best life? Or is it incomplete? And I really mean that. I really mean, is it incomplete? Because I could live for another 10 to 15 years without lifting a finger. That's assuming I'm bumming change. If I change nothing. But I fully intend to change some things when the markets change. You know, for instance, people are like, well, don't you want to live in a house? No, I don't. I just want an RV that can get into anywhere. So I don't even know if this is possible. Cab sleepover RV with a 4x4 lifted a little that can tow decently. So, you know, theoretically, because eventually I'd like to buy some land down here. But that would be really selective. I mean, I don't even mind a piece of the fucking wasteland, like where I'm at right now. In fact, I go out of my way when the roads are shitty here to get back up here. I go out of my way to fix these roads. And the reason for that is that I love this spot. I mean, I don't know if you can see it. There's the lights of the neighboring city. I like that. I pick up 75 channels over the airwaves. I have really perfect, if not perfect, 5G. And I'm going to tell you guys something. When you've lived in a town where you're just thankful if you have, like, my house is super thick. It's like 22 inches thick on the main of the house, and then the back end of the house is a little better. And you're sitting here turning down looking data rate, so you can listen to your videos. Here, I can just take a video that's 3 hours long, and I can literally convert it into an MP3 and under like 2 minutes, maybe 2.5 minutes for 3 hours of content. No ads, no problems. I live better as a wastelander than I live as a normal person. But have I achieved the ultimate form? And if you're thinking of Dragon Ball for a second, is there an ultimate form? Because we can't do anything without the expansions. You know, I could see the casino lights from the distance. It's either the casino, no. See, up there, that on the top that's blinking, that is the truck stop, and down there's the casino. Every greatness that you achieve is merely a step in some other greatness. And I often recommend the efficiency model of minimalism because the less you need, the better off you are. Because let's be honest, when you need to deal with other people, and I'm going to be honest with this, other people, everybody's a mercenary. That's just how I feel about it. You have a handful of family members, you have your tribe, and, you know, you got to deal with the rest of the world is trying to fuck you out of money. I feel like it's a question of, like, is this my best life? Well, let me throw something out to you. When I'm trucking, and only some people will get this reference, Depeche Mode, Never Let Me Down. It feels like an airship. Listen to the song, like you're just flying high and you're constantly going. And it is like, as a guy, you can live off, like, let me give you numbers. The lowest level is under $100 a month. $30 a month for unlimited data and a cell phone. $15 a month, assuming I'm not washing in a creek, laundry. $25 a month for, basically the most basic things. What do you call it? Insurance. By the way, I'm making me some vodka mixers. Actually, this isn't vodka. This is gin. It's a drink I call the gay mother or gay male mother. It has to do with a comic book I had ages ago. But I still have it, I think. I just had to find it. And then the other one was like, what, $10 to $20 a month in gas? Because once you get stationary in a place, and I can bum change to get anywhere I need. Food banks for food. And I know you wouldn't do this, but I'm not you. You are not me. Let me tell you something about life. I would not endure what you endure for granite countertops or fucking all the, peacocking bullshit that most people have to do. And by the way, if anybody I know thinks this is about you, it's not. I'm talking about society. I would not endure a life of slavery just so my neighbors or my friends think that I mean something, because I know at the inevitable end, all these people are going to leave me behind. The children that you think care, sometimes they only care because they're waiting for you to die. They care as long as they think there's something in for it. And I did this test ages ago, even with my own family, where I said, why would I give this individual something when I could teach him how to achieve everything? If he's not willing to do what I did to make my money, why would I give him the money I made from it if he thinks he's better than what I do? And no surprise, that guy started becoming a piece of shit. He started becoming like kind of a cold, soulless piece of shit. He was a mercenary, just looking what he could get out of this situation. Where am I going with this? People cling on to this frail emotional line of thinking. Inevitably that fails. And I guess the advantage I had was, as a kid, was fucking force-fed Ritalin and in the angry kid class because, well, just put them all together over there. Future juvenile delinquents. I got that red pilling at a very, very young age. I got that red pilling in the sense that, yeah, I understand nobody's coming to save me. It's a very valuable lesson. I think the previous generations got this as a normal thing. This was just how life was. After World War I, Depression, the fucking Dust Bowl, World War II. I don't think people know how good we had it coming into modernity. So it comes back to, because I understand this laid back, almost no money style of life, and I can live almost nothing and be satisfied. Like I say $100 a month. Let's just up it to $300 a month. We're talking under $5,000 a year. Like I could literally work at a resort temporarily, washing dishes for a few months and get everything I need. And by the way, I don't mind that type of work. I love doing what I'm professional at. I'm a truck driver, OTR, all over the country. But I don't mind doing that. But it comes down to, is this my best life? And I feel like I haven't achieved the ultimate thing. And the ultimate thing would be I drive truck for an X number of years, and I love driving truck. Sometimes I think that is my best life. But it could kill me. It is something that has its risk. There has been a number of times where things could have gone another direction, you know? But I love doing it. I love the organized chaos of it. I love, the times I'm out there and it's like, it's crazy. Sometimes driving through plowing through the snow. I got like 78,000 pounds between the truck, the trailer, and the load, And they're paying me this God unstoppable money. And then, theoretically, if that money was invested correctly, like say I get $500,000 invested, not even tapping my other assets. Because I'll tell you what, when this economy changes, I'm going to sell that fucking house. I love my house, but I don't love dealing with the basics of it. I bet I'll get back up there in the north, and I'll find when I ask them to put a lock on that damn fucking water meter, there won't be a lock on it. And this is one of the reasons I fucking hate dealing with normies and commonborns. Out here in the wasteland, I have no problems. In the woods, in the land I have over there on the West Coast, no problems. When I have to deal with normies and all their little cliques and all their little bullshit, I'm not part of that. Cat-sized fox. My best life will come when I have so much money invested, gold, silver, stocks, that the dividends literally give me what I would say is 10 times what I need per year. If I have $500,000 invested and it's making me 50 grand a year, because like say $500,000, 10% here, also some gold and silver on the side, just in case, cash, then I can basically go out here and I can never work unless I feel like it again. Like the only reason I'm not smoking weed right now is because I need to be ready if a good job presents itself. But I think about that and I'm like, this society still has some control over me. So can I really say I'm living the best life out here in the wasteland? I love what I'm doing right now. It feels great. I live off almost next to nothing. I could literally work one day bumming change and get everything in. No, the society still has some control over me. And that's why when I go back to trucking, I'm going to power it out. And, eventually the robots will be doing the work for us. But I'll power it out, make the money. And it'd be hilarious if the robots start doing the work about when I'm doing it so I could claim it. Dog, don't move. Fox. If the robots take over, well, I guess I deserve unemployment. And I do. I don't have a wife or kids or anything. So I've done nothing but pay tax in this system when I work. But I love trucking because trucking feels like, Depeche Mode, Never Let Me Down. Like you're on an airship. And it would be kind of cool to have so much, like 10 times what I need every year for my investments. And just let the rest of it build. And people say, what do you do when you die? I don't know. There's a lot of food banks that treated me good over the years. They can have some money. And people say, what about family? Well, I got to be honest with you. Most of my family's left me for dead so many times that, yeah. You guys, by the way, I could teach you how to win, but I'm just that crazy guy in the family. And I look at it and think to myself, well, you want to play the peacocking game and do what you're doing? Do it. Do it. I'm done trying to save the fucking, what was it, the line from that movie? The young, this attorney was dealing with all these people, this black attorney, and he's like, I'm tired of trying to save the ungrateful and the unworthy. So I'd rather give my money to the food banks that have actually helped me over the years. Like and subscribe. Take it easy.